Thank you, Ben. A beautiful song, sung and played by Benjamin, written by Sue Riley. Sue Riley is one of Unity's treasures. Some of you have met Sue. They played here at Posse Palooza a few years ago, and it was Daniel Neyman, Sue Riley, and Faith Rivera. We were so blessed to have that experience here, but I could go on and on. And that song just speaks so beautifully into what I want to share with you today. So, we got started a few minutes late today, for whatever reason in the universe. That's just the way it happened. And because of that, I'm still going to show the 10-minute video that I want to share with you. So just know that. But I will not speak for 20 minutes. I don't think. The video I'm going to show you is Jacob Collier and two women that he frequently sings with, and they go by the first names Dodie and Laufey. And we'll be watching a video called Wild Mountain Thyme. It's an old Scottish love song that is just so beautiful. And I'm sharing it with you because I want you to experience this video and this music. And now speak a little bit more about that. But the words that I took so much from that song is, that's kind of redundant, isn't it? That's why it wasn't working for me last night. I kept going, what is not right about that? Isn't that funny? I can't see it until now. We'll all go together. We'll all go together. We are one body. We are one mind. We are one life. We are one love. We are one power. We are all one with source creation. Whatever word that you use for God, that is who/what we are. We know that, and yet, because we are egoic beings on planet Earth with free wills, we tend from time to time, from moment to moment, to forget that. And we think that we are working independently and alone, and that we have to figure it out. Can anybody relate to that? Do you sometimes get a little bit of spiritual amnesia? It happens. And yet the essence of who we are is that we are. So, 5:20. And if I get any of this wrong, talk to Charlotte afterwards. Because I did not talk to her again about it after we talked about this on Tuesday. So as we talk about in the announcements, the Metaphysical Study Group, right now we are studying Wayne Dyer's Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, which is his interpretation of the Tao Te Ching. And the Tao Te Ching is an ancient Chinese spiritual teaching by Lao Tzu. And I left my dog in the backyard. She's barking. Peace to Bella. Lao Tzu and his beautiful teachings of the Tao Te Ching. The fifth lesson that I think it was the fifth lesson that we're working with is living impartially. And the essence of living impartially is to know that the Tao, and another word for the Tao is the way, is that the Tao does not discriminate, period. The Tao, God, the way, the universe, the life, universal principle, whatever you want to call it, it just is. It is that amazing isness. that we can rest into and rely on and depend upon. The Tao is the source of all, the great invisible provider. It doesn't show preference by giving energy to some while depriving others. Rather, the basic life-sustaining components of air, sunshine, atmosphere, and rain are provided for all on our planet. By choosing to harmonize our inner and outer consciousness with this powerful feature of the Tao, we can realize the true self that we are, living impartially. Living without feeling that we are partial to anyone or anything, that we all just simply are. So, as we went ahead and we studied this lesson together, the three takeaways that Wayne Dyer gave us from the Tao, I'm looking at Lao Tzu, is eliminate judgments. Eliminate judgments. See yourself in everyone and see everyone in yourself. And when we say everyone, we actually mean everyone. And that can be a little dicey sometimes, right? But if we are all truly one with everything that is, then we all truly are one with everything that is, no matter who we are and no matter what is going on. To eliminate judgments, to be able to just be in that present moment of awareness. When we find ourselves casting judgment about someone or something, to find a way to find our breath and to come back into just a breath. Just let it be a breath. If it can be nothing else, just let it be a breath. And know that no one is special, because we are all special. Let that just sit. No one is more specialer than anyone else. The words, Benjamin, when you sang today, teach our children well, teach your children well. That line about, I can't remember it right in this very moment, but about don't ask them why, because if they tell you we would cry. That touched me in a different way this morning than I have ever heard that line before. Don't ask the kids because they're going to tell you the truth, and then we have to do something about it, right? Well, we better be asking the kids, and we better be doing something about it. To be brave. It is our children who, they are special in that they are one with everything, just as we are special because we are one with everything. We are all special, and yet no one is special. Hello. But I think you understand what I'm trying to say. And then living impartially, quietly be in the peace and joy by connecting with the inexhaustible Tao. To remember to live impartially, to take those thoughts and those steps and to bring them back into the present moment. So as we were talking about this on Tuesday, and one of the things that I said was we often get into in our discussions, which are just rich and wonderful, and we often go into current events because they're so prevalent in our lives, and seeing all the different places that are calling for our love, that are calling for our light, and how do we show up and we be the light in the everyday things that are going on around us and in the world. And I made the comment that where I always need to go for myself is remembering that I of myself can do nothing. It is the Christ within that does the work. That I can't alone do it by myself. And it is so important for me to be able to remember that, to set my egoic self aside and allow the Christ nature, the Christ consciousness to come into the awareness of who I am and what I am and how I am. And so as we were talking about this, Charlotte shared that yet I do have that capability because I have a platform of inviting us all in to come into a collective moment of awareness every day, even twice a day, at 5:20. 5:20 in Chinese culture is it's a slang. 5:20, May 20th, is one of Chinese Valentine's Day. And at 5:20 a.m. or p.m., when you are wanting to share, and it doesn't just have to be on May 20th, it can be any day. But I love all the 5:20s that you, at 5:20 you stop into that moment of grace and go into that place of living impartially and share your love with the world. And that's what we were talking about. And the 5:20 itself is very closely related. The numbers 5:20 and the letters 5:20 are closely similar. Is that right, Charlotte?
Well, it sounds like I love you. Just like a 429. And 520, 520 in Chinese, it sounds like I love you.
It sounds like I love you in Chinese.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? It's so fun. And it's just such a wonderful way to connect in. And to remember, so I'm inviting you at 5:20 a.m., p.m., and at any time during the day, but collectively to bring our collective energy into a time and place where it is magnified. Would you like to play with me in that realm? At 5:20, for myself, it will be 5:20 p.m. That I know. I may be awake at 5:20 a.m., but it's not that I'm going to stay awake. But I could wake up at 5:20 a.m. But let's play in that realm of magnifying our energy out into the world. So, because that is where the healing takes place, right? And the healing takes place in every moment that we bring love to it, quite frankly, right? But if we bring it together into a collective resonance, how much more powerful we are and can be. So I'm going to share this video with you. And this is Jacob Collier, and Dodie is in the middle, and Laufey is on the right or the left, whichever way you look at it. And they are at the Kennedy Center with the National Symphony Orchestra, and this was on April 23rd. Feel this song. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your future. I think it's going to be okay. The power of resonance, the power of coherence, the power of coming together in one mind, with one heart, with one intention of living impartially, of living the highest and best life that we know how to do in any given moment for ourselves, and coming together. Coming together in community, that's what we do here on Sunday morning. It's not only because we like each other, and we do, but the power that we bring together in this room that heals us, that reaches out beyond these walls, that reaches out into the world, and we all come together. It is not I, but the Christ within that does this work. And with God, all things are possible. And I will meet you in prayer at 5:20. And so it is.